Hey friends, magical day today. This hoarfrost is amazing, coating all the trees. Family's out here with me, going on a little adventure, and wanted to share some thoughts because if you live in the United States, and I know this applies for some other people around the world, you are probably getting a check in the mail from the government pretty soon. And these are being termed stimulus checks in the United States. And there's a lot of debate about them on all sides. But here's the thing, when I break it down in my mind, is that some of us would probably prefer not to be living in a monetary system. Right now we are. Some of us might have feelings that the checks aren't enough or that people shouldn't be getting checks. We are getting checks. So what's left here is to recognize that these giant governmental systems, they don't do a very good job of allocating resources. They have to do it in, maybe they don't have to do it, but the way they're doing it is in big, broad brushed ways. Because there's so many numbers to deal with, it's difficult, in this instance, to decide who should be getting checks. So there's sort of an arbitrary breakoff that has to do with the amount of money that you posted on last year's taxes, which, as you probably can figure out already, might not have a lot to do with this year's taxes. With that in mind, these checks are going out. And I've spoken with people who their refrigerator is basically empty, and these checks are going to make an immense difference in their lives, an immense difference. I can think of someone who had a really good job, and when all of this started shaking down, their job was no longer there, and that income that they depended on to pay their bills was gone. And things have gone on so long and descended so far for them that how are they going to make ends meet? Now, they have their situation taken care of at this point, because there are other people who I've spoken to who say, I don't really want or need this check. I have plenty of money and I don't need this extra. First of all, that says something beautiful about human nature, because we can tend to think, oh, if a couple was going to be handed, what is it? So $1,200, that who would refuse? Anybody would just take that. But yes, there are people who can say, hey, I've got enough. I don't need more. I have plenty. I have something to give. And so what we have happening here is some people who would rather not be getting those checks, but the government can't see that. So, as is often the case, it's up to us to see that. To us. And here's what we can do. When confronted by these monumental governmental things that can't distinguish the subtleties of real life, we can take it into our own hands to be that subtlety. And in this case, I wanted to put out some encouragement to people. And that is that if you need this money for food, use it. My gosh, you need everything you can that's going to help you get through this next space of time. If you're in the middle and you're getting this money and there's some things you could use in your life that this money could help with, I wonder what would happen if we would consider purchasing some durable goods. Instead of looking and saying, okay, how can I get the cheapest this or that? Instead, looking and saying, how could I maybe give this money to an artisan, to somebody who's going to really make a difference? or it's going to make a difference in their family. So, for instance, our girls are saying they want their own room, and they're really attracted to a bunk bed right now. And I have a choice. If that check comes in, I could say, okay, I could use some of this money towards a bunk bed. I can go on Amazon and get some kind of cheap bunk bed that was made across the seas, hauled across the seas with giant fossil fuel spurting ships, or I could go to the local Amish here, find a craftsperson, maybe a craftsperson's son or daughter who is trying to learn the art, and say, hey, can I pay you? And I might pay a little bit extra. But if you're in that middle ground and this is coming as a little extra boost to you, then maybe that's a way you could look at this. Maybe this is a way you could take that little extra, and instead of buying the cheap thing that's going to fall apart in 3 years, buy the durable thing that either you can pass down to your children, maybe grandchildren, or that if you can't use it anymore, you can give to somebody else who could really use it, and it's going to last them. And this thing isn't going to end up in the dump in just a few years, but it's going to, again, span generations perhaps. Now there's another category of people, as I was speaking about, who feel like they don't even need this check. And if that's you, then I would encourage you to do what the government can't. And that is to reach out in your community and find somebody, one of those people, who is having trouble putting food in the refrigerator, who has kids that are saying every day, hey, Mom, I'm hungry. And the mom is saying, I know, hon, this is all we've got right now, and I'm doing my best. Find that person and give the money to them. Or buy them some really nice, healthy groceries and deliver that there. That's the kind of generosity that we can foster with each other in our communities to help the people that are really hurting. And a lot of people, it's not their own fault. They're just hurting because this giant system has helped to create a situation where these people no longer have a means to support themselves. So that would be my suggestion, if you want to take it, is to kind of figure out which category you're in there. Those are rough categories, but choose which one you're in, and then see if you can do the most good possible with this extra money coming in, whether that's good for yourself, your family, or for some craftsman or artisan, or if it is for a family that's really in need. Thank you all. Love to you all. And we'll talk with you soon. If you want, it'd be really neat to hear in the comments what you decide to do with your check. All right.